Hello again, everyone. This is Joe, and in this technical analysis of the stock market video, we're going to take a look at the market this week. We're going to look at the S&P 500 and Russell 2000, and then focus on oil, USO and XLE, the Energy ETF, and then a whole bunch of oil stocks. So stay tuned. All right, let's start off here. The SPX was up 9.28 for the week, a little doji candle in here. It pushed a little higher, closed at a new all-time high in here, but it was actually bailed out by Friday because here we are up 9.28 for the week, but we were up 14.5 on Friday alone. So if it wasn't for Friday, this was going to be a down week. And so we'll see what kind of continued push we get. Yes, I've got minor wave 5 and intermediate wave 5, and 5 is the final number. So watching to see if this is going to continue to push higher or not. We are pushing up. We are pulling on that rubber band. I want to look at the Russell 2000 next. I don't know why it's last, but here it is. This is a little bit of a reversal candle. So this did not close up on for the week. Down 15.29 for the week, and it was up 1.25 on Friday. And this looks like a potential reversal candle to me. I'm watching to see what kind of price action we get next week. Do we close below this low and and continue, or do we continue to push up a little bit? So right now, this is kind of a critical week in here because we've got a little bit of a reversal candle back here and got several weeks that pulled back very quickly. And given that I think we're running out to the end of this 5-wave sequence, this could get really interesting. Let's take a look at the at oil, USO, on a weekly basis. This is the weekly chart. It was down 18 cents for the week. And oil, West Texas Intermediate, WTI, closed at $57.34, up 65 cents for the day. So this is just below the 12 reading. And I think 12 on USO kind of corresponds to about $60 a barrel on WTI, as best as I can guess when I look at this. This sure looks like it wants to continue to try to keep pushing up. Let me zoom in a little bit more. The low here 3 weeks ago was 11.15. The low this week was 11.18. So these last 2 weeks have actually traded within the trading range of that week 3 weeks ago. So now watching to see, are we going to continue to push, continue to ride above that 10-week trend line and push above 12? We push above 12, we're going to hit a little resistance up here at about 12.5, 12.45, and the low is 12.37. So in that area, and then, so that's going to be the next push, which is our next test, is going to be slightly above that 12. And you push above that, and I think you're going to go all the way up into this around 16 area. We'll take a look at it, one day, 1 week at a time, but that's the way USO looks right now. So I think oil is still trying to push higher in here. And when we look at XLE, this is the big energy ETF that's holding a lot of different oil companies. And this sure looks like it's trying to turn to me. You can get that 10-week moving average above the 21-week in here. And when you get that turning, a lot of times you get a pretty decent move to the upside. Now, sometimes you're going to get faked out. I mean, it does happen, especially when you got here's the 55-week. I've kept the moving averages the same here on this chart as I have. I keep these same numbers, the same moving averages on my daily. But look how this 55-week is trending down so strongly in here. So that this little move was fighting this downtrend. Now we're getting very flat. We're getting very flat, and we're getting this turn to the upside. So this could get really, really interesting here with XLE. So let's dive in, and I'm going to take a look at the first one is a Chevron, a very large integrated oil company. Okay, they're also into energy outside of the oil business, also wind and solar and a whole bunch of other things, but primarily I think of them as a large integrated oil company. What do I mean by that? That means they're doing exploration and production, they're doing refining, and they're doing distribution. When you think of gas stations, you see Chevron and Texaco are both Chevron companies. Okay, so here's the trend. This is acting very strongly. It's been trending nicely here since the low back in mid-2015. Not so much this week, only up 41 cents for the week, but the trend is still higher. And, you know, all of the moving averages are pointing to the upside. So this looks like it's in a good, solid uptrend. Let's take a look at 3 exploration and production companies. I'm going to start off with Apache. They're not all doing the same. Look at Apache and the trend that it's in. This has not turned yet, okay? This is still trending to the downside. So, you know, the primary thing I'm trying to do with these right now is just to kind of give a comparison and see what might be getting ready to turn and how the various companies are acting. Now, Anadarko Petroleum is another very large North American E&P company. Actually, let's see, Anadarko, well, they're the largest independent E&P. Let's call it that. Let's make that point. These guys look like they're trying to turn also. Now, it's still fighting a little bit of a downtrend, but we're getting a little move here to the upside. So this could get interesting. My eye is on these, on this stock also. And then the other one I wanted to look at is Devon Energy. And Devon Energy even looks a little more bullish to me than Anadarko. This is a very large North American natural gas and oil energy and production company. Okay, and this looks like it's trying to push to the upside, so I am very closely watching this one too. All right, so that's 3 E&P companies. Let's take a look at 3 what I'd call contractor / oil services companies, and I'm going to start off with Transocean rig. This is really, look at the range on this. This is a 5-year chart. All of these charts are 5 years on this weekly view. All of these charts are 5 years. This stock traded within the last 5 years. It closed a week at $57.98, and then it came all the way down here and closed earlier this year at $7.48. So it looks like it's trying to put in a base. Looks like it may be trying to turn a little bit here. Look how flat this 55-week moving average has gotten, and we are getting a little trend, but this week wasn't so bullish. I mean, it came back down this week. It was down 92 cents. So little skeptical on what's going on with this one. Let's take a look at Haliburton, another large oil services company. And Haliburton, this is one that looks to me like it's, you know, maybe getting ready to pop in here. Kind of watching this. Get a little bit of a sideways move. On a daily chart, you can draw a line right across those highs in here, and it looks like a potential little bottom. And then we got the 10-week moving above that 21-week in here. And this looks to me like this is trying to turn. 2 consecutive weeks closing above that 10-week moving average. This is definitely on my radar. And then the other one is the largest oil services company in the world, Schlumberger. And this one is not as, look how it's not acting nearly as bullish as Haliburton. Okay, not even close. Still in the downtrend, hasn't turned yet at all. So kind of interesting to see, you know, same industry sector, and you can see the differences in the company. And the last one we're going to take a look at, and last but not least, is Valero. And Valero is amazing. Look at this run. Look what it is doing. This is a 5-year chart again, and this stock was up $3.43 this week. Continues to trend. It's way outside the Keltner channels. Continue to act extremely bullish and very, very strong. This is a very large refining and marketing company. Okay, it's the largest independent refiner in the world. And so this has been acting very, very well, and we'll see if this can continue to act that way. All right, that's it for this week. A look at a lot of the oil companies and oil services related kind of companies, and it's fascinating to watch. I look at oil every day with my insider members. We look at oil and the markets, and some of these stocks are on my radar every day, like Anadarko and Devon Energy, Rig, Haliburton, Schlumberger. So, all right, hope you found that helpful. If you did, thumbs up. And if you're not watching this on my website, head on over to the website and check out the other things I've got for you. I do have some free courses that are going to be coming up. So I will alert you when I've got those ready to publish. And everyone have a great rest of the weekend and week. Talk to you on the next video.